afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Live at 4 on this Tuesday. Mark's feeling a little under the weather today, so Charlotte Deleste is filling in. Hi there, how you doing?
Hello, I'm well. How about you?
Very good. We have a busy show today, so let's get right to it. Here's what's making news today. A major step forward in Wisconsin's COVID-19 fight is topping our news this afternoon. We'll tell you why Governor Evers says it's time for all adults to get vaccinated.
And prosecutors call witnesses in the Derek Chauvin murder trial. Hear from a former security guard on the scene when George Floyd was killed.
And the Boulder, Colorado police officer killed in last week's mass shooting is laid to rest. We'll tell you how the community is honoring his sacrifice. But first at 4, the moment so many Wisconsinites have been waiting for has arrived. This tweet from Governor Tony Evers officially announcing that everyone 16 and older will be eligible for a COVID-19 vaccine starting Monday. That's about a month earlier than President Biden's goal of open eligibility for adults by May 1st across the country. Next week on Monday, Wisconsin joins about a dozen other states opening eligibility to everyone 16 and older.
Yesterday, the state passed more than 1 million fully vaccinated adults. News 3 Now was live on the air this afternoon when Governor Evers made the announcement, and we continue our reporting with team coverage this afternoon.
And we start with our Gabriela Becerra with more on why the Evers administration decided now was the time to move to the next step. Gabby?
Well, Charlotte and Susan, according to the governor, we are #1 in the country for fully vaccinated people, and that's part of the reason why state leaders feel confident moving forward with eligibility. Now, they view Monday, April 5th, as a good date to open eligibility. Another reason for that, Wisconsin is getting a reliable supply from the feds. Deputy Secretary Julie Willems-Van Dyke says good progress has been made. Many people in prior groups received at least one shot or are signed up for appointments through April.
That's the beauty of our system here in Wisconsin. We have many doses going to healthcare. We have doses from the federal government going to pharmacies that can be disseminated more generally throughout the population. And so there's a system for everybody here.
DHS is also hoping to target some of the harder to reach groups in this expansion. But Evers says anyone who wants a vaccine will be able to get one, but maybe not as soon as you would like. So coming up on News 3 Now at 5, we'll tell you just when they think maybe everyone will be able to get a shot.
All right, Gabby, thank you. And while there is good news on the vaccine front, people are still dying from COVID-19 in Wisconsin. State health officials reporting 11 deaths this afternoon. Our 7-day average of cases is also going up. 588 new cases were reported this afternoon. More than 17% of the state is fully vaccinated. Almost 30% has at least one dose. That's more than 1.7 million Wisconsinites. More than 21% of Dane County residents are fully vaccinated. That includes more than 70% of people 65 and older. More than 37% of Dane County residents have had at least one dose. So soon everyone will be able to schedule their vaccines, as we said, but now the question is, where does everybody go?
The state continued its big day of announcements with a logistical update. Brady Mallory tells us who else will have supply.
Well, Walgreens has been one of the go-to general places to get a vaccine in Wisconsin, and thanks to a federal program. Now the list of pharmacies is growing. Starting this week, nearly 600 pharmacies around Wisconsin will be able to offer vaccines. That adds 7 chains and smaller pharmacies to the existing list. You'll find vaccines at some Costco, CVS, and Hy-Vee locations, in addition to the Good Neighbor and AmerisourceBergen Drug Corporation, Health Mart, and some others.
It has been and will continue to be a monumental task, and our vaccinators are up to the challenge. Again, thank you. We continue to add vaccine providers to our network.
All of these pharmacies will be able to order nearly 95,000 first doses of vaccine directly from the federal government. That's in addition to the state's total supply that goes to healthcare hubs. Well, here's how you get your shots. Anyone looking to sign up for a vaccine appointment can use DHS's vaccine provider map to find a vaccine provider in their area. You can also contact pharmacies directly to register for and schedule an appointment.
Johns Hopkins University researchers say the U.S. is seeing a 16% increase in new COVID-19 cases. This has government officials warning of a potential fourth wave of new cases. At least 8 states have dropped mask and social distancing restrictions in recent weeks. President Biden signed an extension of the Paycheck Protection Program to give small businesses struggling during the pandemic until May 31st to apply.
Nearly 90,000 businesses are still in line, and there's money left. Without somebody signing this bill today, there are hundreds of thousands of people who could lose their jobs and small and family businesses that might close forever.
While some are pushing for vaccine passports to speed up the return to normal, the White House says it will not take the lead in developing the apps, but will provide guidelines. New York State launched its passport app this weekend, becoming the first state in the country to do so. It will allow venues to validate whether a customer has been vaccinated or had a recent negative COVID test. As we mentioned earlier, News 3 Now was live on air with Governor Evers' announcement this afternoon, and you can watch it in its entirety by downloading the Channel 3000 News app to your phone and stay updated on the latest breaking news as well.
Let's get a check on the weather now. It was nice to see the sun today, and with less wind, it actually felt nice and mild, but the weather words turning colder. Dana Fulton is out on the weather patio. Hi, Dana.
Hey, it is still breezy for us right now, not quite as gusty, but that cloud coverage building in along with the wind speeds really kicking up this afternoon. Right now, sustained wind speeds at about 17 miles per hour in Madison, 24 in Monroe. And it does look like those wind gusts today yet again creeping up close to 40 miles per hour for Lone Rock. So still a breezy day, and it's going to continue to stay breezy for us through the rest of the evening and overnight. Right now, we still have cloudy sky. We're expecting our temperatures overnight to be a little colder. Right now, we're still in the low 50s, but we're going to watch those temps drop quite a bit for us overnight. Doppler track is quiet. It will stay that way as we look ahead through the next several days. Tomorrow, partly sunny, wind speeds backing off a little bit again, breezy and cooler with high temperatures barely getting to 40 degrees tomorrow. We drop back quite a bit for our afternoon highs. The good news, by the time we get to Easter weekend, those temps will hop back up for us, but we'll look at that full 10-day in just a few minutes. Right now on the roads, not concerned about any delays along the Beltline, east and westbound. All of downtown Madison actually looks pretty smooth for us this evening, but again, with these windy conditions, high-profile vehicles be something just to keep an eye on, especially on the interstate. North and southbound on 39 and 90, we aren't seeing any delays this evening. Overall drive time should be fairly smooth for you, and again, we'll take a closer look at that 10-day in just a few minutes.
All right, Dana, thank you. Around the state, weather is being blamed for capsizing a canoe in Fond du Lac County. Authorities are now looking for the 2 people who were in the boat. The Fond du Lac Sheriff says around 8:30 last night, they received a 911 call from one of the canoers on Lake Winnebago. Last night's conditions were extremely windy, and the people were thrown from their canoe. Officials say the canoers were not wearing life jackets. Multiple search teams were out last night looking for them.
We searched well into the night. They maintained cell communications with the 911 center. The phone call would occasionally drop, but they were able to redial 911 multiple times, and we were able to track their position. They were drifting at a pretty quick rate to the north, away from Fond du Lac. The weather conditions were less than ideal.
And search teams are still out this afternoon looking for the canoers. Authorities have not yet identified them. The murder trial of former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin resumed for a second day.
Jurors heard compelling testimony from several witnesses, including the teenager who shot the cell phone video of the deadly arrest. Michael George has the latest from Minneapolis.
It's been nights. I stayed up, apologizing to George Floyd for not doing more.
Appearing off camera, a now 18-year-old Darnella Frazier gave powerful testimony about the day she recorded the viral video of former police officer Derek Chauvin kneeling on the neck of George Floyd.
He just stared at us, looked at us. He had like this cold look, heartless. He didn't care.
Defense attorney Eric Nelson questioned Frazier about the actions of the bystanders.
The volume of the people in that were bystanders grew louder over time. Would you agree with that?
Yes, more so as he was becoming more unresponsive.
Fraser's 9-year-old cousin was standing beside her as the incident unfolded last May.
I was sad and kind of mad because it felt like he was stopping his breathing, and it is kind of like hurting him.
It's been 10 months since George Floyd's death. Here in Minneapolis, many say watching the trial and hearing the testimony of the witnesses has reopened the wounds from that day.
I think about it every single day.
Pastor William Seth Martin leads a multi-ethnic congregation in South Minneapolis. He believes justice can help heal the community.
My wife, as we watched the trial yesterday for the first time, it was the first time I saw her cry about it, actually in a while. And it stirred up those raw emotions.
The defense maintains Floyd's death was the result of drug abuse and an underlying heart condition, and has defended Chauvin's use of force. Michael George, CBS News, Minneapolis.
If convicted of second-degree murder, Chauvin faces up to 40 years in prison. He faces up to 25 years if convicted of third-degree murder and up to 10 years if convicted of second-degree manslaughter.
The Colorado police officer who was the first to respond to the Boulder supermarket shooting was laid to rest today. 51-year-old Eric Talley was among the 10 victims killed in the shooting. He was the first officer to respond to last week's supermarket shooting. Angela Stevens traveled from Kansas City to show her support for law enforcement. She was among those who waved flags as a procession of 500 emergency vehicles headed to the service.
In one particular moment in time, you always need the police. They have no idea what the next call they're gonna get, and if it's the last call that they're gonna get.
So far, police have not determined a motive for the shooting. The 21-year-old suspect faces 10 counts of first-degree murder. He is undergoing a mental health evaluation before his next court appearance in May. Officer Talley leaves behind a wife and 7 children.
The crime wave targeting Asian Americans escalated with 2 brutal new attacks in New York. The NYPD has disturbing video of the assaults, which they are investigating as hate crimes. Surveillance video captures the scene in broad daylight. A 65-year-old Asian woman walking in Midtown Manhattan before a man suddenly kicks her to the ground. He then repeatedly stomps her, striking her multiple times to the head before casually walking away. Men inside the building didn't even intervene. One of them, who appears to be a security guard, shutting the door as the victim lays on the ground. Staff who witnessed the attack have been suspended pending an investigation, according to the management company.
Absolutely unacceptable. Look, I don't care who you are. I don't care what you do. You've got to help your fellow New Yorker.
Police are still looking for the suspect. They say he made anti-Asian statements toward the woman, who is hospitalized with serious injuries. The Biden administration says it will take new action to respond to anti-Asian violence, including establishing a task force committee on ending xenophobia and directing the Justice Department to expand work on these crimes.
Well, as we reported at the top of the show today, every Wisconsinite 16 and older will qualify for a COVID vaccine beginning on Monday.
What impact will that have on the virus in this state? We'll talk with UW Health's Dr. Jeff Pothoff when Live at 4 continues.
You're watching News 3 Now, Live at 4.
Here at TSR, we turn old, cracked garage floors like this into beautiful, tough floors like this in just one day. Hi, I'm Joey with TSR Concrete Coatings, and we design high-quality, beautiful floors that can stand up to the toughest of applications. Our coatings are easily able to withstand heavy traffic, drop tools, and they're ridiculously easy to clean. We are dedicated to superior customer service, which doesn't just stop after the installation. We also provide you with an exclusive warranty on all of our floor coatings that gives you the peace of mind knowing that your stunning new floor is protected for life. Visit the website or call the number below for your new floor today.
Eliminate cold, uncomfortable drafts this winter with high-performance windows that insulate like walls. I'm talking about the Eco Sky window exclusively from us here at Mad City Windows, specially engineered for cold climates for maximum weather protection. Listen to this. They're 114% more airtight than your average vinyl window, only from us, Mad City Windows. Remember, Mad City, Wisconsin's #1 remodeler. And now you can take advantage of the 60-60-60 sale. 60% off installation, 60 months zero interest senior military and previous customer discounts, $60 Walmart gift card with purchase. Call during this program and receive a free $100 Amazon gift card with estimate. Call 608-338-1616. Let me give you that number again, 608-338-1616.
Love lower than low prices? Then get more ways to save at Pick and Save, where you can find personalized coupons, weekly deals, and rewards like fuel points. All for prices that are lower than low. On food that's fresher than fresh. Pick and Save. Fresh for everyone.
At U.S. Cellular, we believe everyone deserves 5G. Not just New York and LA, but the millions of people in cities like yours. Like Milwaukee, Knoxville, and Des Moines. That's why we're including 5G on all plans, no extra charge. Because everywhere matters. Like Economawalk, Claysville, Prineville, U.S. Cellular has included 5G on all plans, no extra charge. Get unlimited data as low as $30 a month. U.S. Cellular.
As we've been reporting for the last week or so, a spectacular volcanic eruption is going on in Iceland right now.
Yeah, we can't get enough of this thing. Thousands are hiking to the site to catch a rare glimpse of this spectacular scene. This is something hypnotic about, there is really something hypnotic about rivers of lava. Thousands are drawn to the red-hot rocks in this barren corner of Iceland, and some come to witness nature's raw power. Others are just looking to have a little bit of fun on the world's most dangerous volleyball court.
It's just overwhelming to see, Earth forming in this way. I think it's the best experience in my life.
The last time this volcano spewed lava, there weren't so many spectators, 800 years ago. This time, Icelanders knew it was coming. More than 50,000 earthquakes rocked the island nation for weeks leading up to this big show. And while people are making some fun memories, you may remember another eruption in Iceland in 2010. That one spewed so much ash into the air, it shut down air travel across much of Europe for nearly a week. A tough day for investors on Wall Street today. The Dow Jones dropped more than 100 points. The NASDAQ was off 14 and the S&P closed down 12. Well, if you're just joining us, we reported big breaking news at the top of the show. Starting Monday, Governor Evers is opening up COVID-19 vaccine eligibility to everyone in Wisconsin 16 and up.
The news comes as more than 1 million people in Wisconsin are fully vaccinated against COVID-19.
Joining us today is UW Health Chief Quality Officer, Dr. Jeff Potoff. Happy National Doctor Day, Dr. Potoff.
Thanks, Susan. Appreciate that.
We're so grateful for all of your guidance this past year. So this is big news from the governor. And now the question is going to be, how is this going to work? Because a lot of adults are still on waiting lists, still waiting to get their second vaccine. So will we have enough supply to vaccinate everyone 16 and up?
I think what you'll see is some regional variation. You're going to see some vaccinators really not have a supply. They're going to have full vaccination lists, and it's going to be hard to get a vaccine from them. But then other vaccinators are going to have vaccine. They are going to be able to get people in. And I think, with essentially anyone who wants a vaccine, able to get a vaccine, it's important for folks to call around and try to find those spots that are going to have vaccine available. Now, as we get more vaccine in the state, that problem will go away. But, if you're eligible today, I'd make that appointment, this week yet before you're competing with others on Monday.
So how quickly do you think we'll be able to see some progress against the virus? I mean, I know it depends on supply, but let's just pretend that we've got the supply and people are going to get those shots.
Yeah, it's incremental progress. So, even though we talk about herd immunity, 70, 80%, to really make things go to normal, even with less than that, you start seeing the virus have a bit harder time spreading. And I think, one of the good things we have going on right now is a lot of our 65 plus, those individuals who most at risk for severe disease, are vaccinated. That should give us a leg up, even if we do see the virus start to come back or make a surge.
Well, we're certainly not across the finish line yet. The director of the CDC yesterday dropped the script. She looked right into the camera and she said she feels a sense of impending doom and she's scared. For those of you who didn't see what Dr. Rochelle Walensky said, let's take a look at it, and then I'll ask you a question, Dr. Potoff, when we come back.
I'm going to pause here. I'm going to lose the script, and I'm going to reflect on the recurring feeling I have of impending doom. We have so much to look forward to, so much promise and potential of where we are, and so much reason for hope. But right now, I'm scared.
Dr. Potoff, what is your reaction to that? Do you agree?
I think there are some things that are happening that have us a bit worried. And, what we've seen through this pandemic is when we are blessed with good news, we tend to move a bit aggressively on loosening restrictions. And I understand why people would want to do that. But what we've seen both here in the U.S. and other countries is when we move a bit too quickly to get back to normal, we give the virus a chance to make a comeback. And unfortunately, we're starting to see that. Not so much in Wisconsin yet, although there are some counties, our percent positive rate is slightly increased. But if you look to a nearby neighbor, Michigan, they're struggling right now with what is some people are calling a fourth wave of COVID-19. So it's just so important to remember that even with all the good news and all this news around vaccination and cases being low, COVID-19 is still out there, and it's still possible that it could make a comeback, which I don't think any of us want to see right now. So mask up, keep your distance, and let everyone get vaccinated.
Dr. Potoff, quick question. Are you worried about spring breakers?
I do have some concern with spring breakers. The areas that people go to for spring break, namely Florida and Texas, have some of the most lenient restrictions right now. They also have some of the highest numbers of the B117 variant. It's possible that those young people, if they do partake in activities that put them at risk of getting the virus, could bring it back to their communities that don't have high levels of that variant and touch off some hot spots. So it's important that we're all very careful with our mitigation efforts, because we just don't know what the effect of some of those spring breakers will have on our local communities.
Do you think it's a result of relaxed rules and things opening up, or do you think the variants are getting the upper hand on us?
I think it's a combination of all those things. Clearly, the variants are more contagious, but when we loosen restrictions, we make it easier for them to spread. And then thirdly, I think, as this pandemic goes on, we're just tired. We have a harder time doing the things that we know we need to do to keep our families safe and our communities safe. All those things together do give the virus a chance to make a bit of a comeback.
Yeah, something to think about this Easter weekend, too, if you're planning to gather with people who are unvaccinated. Dr. Potoff, great to see you. Thank you, as always, for your time.
Have a good afternoon.
And still to come today on Live at 4, it's up and away in my beautiful spacecraft.
We will show you how Virgin Airlines is trying to make it possible for the public to fly to space by next year.
Tonight on CBS, it's a night of suspense, beginning with NCIS, followed by FBI and FBI Most Wanted. Then get a complete wrap-up of the day's news on News 3 Now at 10.
Outlets at the Dells, in the center of water park heaven, with 60 of the world's biggest brands. We thrill the trendsetters and all who love a smokin' hot discount. Save even more with 25% off and get free jump time at Knuckleheads. Visit outletsatthedells.com for coupon and details.
Does your heat run all the time, but your home is still never warm enough? The problem could be those old windows. So call the company with over 50,000 satisfied customers. Mad City Windows do the job.
Getting the new windows put in the house, our heating bill isn't as much. It's a lot warmer.
These windows are sealed very tight, and they keep all the bad weather out.
With our new windows, you'll enjoy a lot more comfort with a lot less wear and tear on your heating unit. Give us a call now and take advantage of the 60-60-60 sale. 60% off installation, 60 months, 0 interest financing, and a $60 Walmart gift card with purchase. Call right now and get a $100 Amazon gift card with your estimate. Call 608-338-1616. Let me give you that number again, 608-338-1616.
If your dry eye symptoms keep coming back, inflammation in your eye might be to blame.
Looks like a great day for achy, burning eyes.
Over-the-counter eye drops typically work by lubricating your eyes and may provide temporary relief.
Ha! These drops probably won't touch me.
Xiidra works differently, targeting inflammation that can cause dry eye disease.
What is that? Xiidra? No!
It can provide lasting relief.
Oh.
Xiidra is the only FDA-approved treatment specifically for the signs and symptoms of dry eye disease. 1 drop in each eye, twice a day. Don't use if you're allergic to Xiidra. Common side effects include eye irritation, discomfort, or blurred vision when applied to the eye, and unusual taste sensation. Don't touch container tip to your eye or any surface. After using Xiidra, wait 15 minutes before reinserting contacts.
Got any room in your eye?
Talk to an eye doctor about twice daily Xiidra.
I'd prefer you didn't.
Xiidra. Not today, dry eye.
You expect students to make a mess in schools, but the superintendent, under Deb Kerr's leadership, the Brown Deer School District was a financial mess. Kerr's district's accounts were overdrawn by $500,000, slamming her district with late fees. And instead of firing the employee responsible, he was given paid leave, costing taxpayers $136,000 more to pay him to do nothing. Scandals, cover-ups, taxpayer money wasted. Deb Kerr, the wrong choice for state school superintendent.
Outlets at the Dells in the center of water park heaven with 60 of the world's biggest brands. We thrill the trendsetters and all who love a smoking hot discount. Save even more with 25% off and get free jump time at Knuckleheads. Visit outletsatthedells.com for coupon and details.
Take a look at this.
Joey, he wants to say hi to you.
Hi, son.
Hi, Mom.
Hi.
You're looking at 89-year-old Celeste, who is in disbelief after discovering that her waiter at her birthday dinner is actually her son, Joel, in disguise. The restaurant manager let him borrow an apron. He put on a wig and a mask to keep his identity a secret. Aww. This was an extra special surprise because Joel, who lives in California, had not seen his mom, who lives in Florida, in over 2 years.
That is so incredibly sweet.
Oh, that is sweet. Makes me cry. I would love to do this to my parents. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Probably you too, Charlotte, since we're far from yours as well.
Most definitely.
Oh, I would love happy stories. Dana is here with a look at the weather, and we lost our sun this afternoon.
Unfortunately, yeah, a little bit of cloud coverage building in, but right now the clouds outside actually look pretty neat. If you take a little peek out your window and look at the sky real quick, we will take a closer look at some cool images, viewer photos that have been coming in and explain why the sky looks this way right after the break.
Keep heat from escaping your home this winter by replacing those old, drafty windows. Mad City Windows is your trusted local source for expertly installed Eco Sky windows with a higher energy rating than other windows on the market. Eco Sky windows reduce air infiltration for superior thermal performance.
They're going to hold in the heat. They're going to be much better insulators and stuff like that. So we just went with what they offered.
Be sure to ask about our winter installation here at Mad City Windows and take advantage of our 60-60-60 sale. Look at this, 60% off installation, 60 months, 0 interest, senior military and previous customer discount, $60 Walmart gift card with purchase, and a $100 Amazon gift card if you call me now with your estimate. Call 608-338-1616. Let me give you that number again, 608-338-1616.
Here at TSR, we turn old, cracked garage floors like this into beautiful, tough floors like this in just one day. Hi, I'm Joey with TSR Concrete Coatings, and we design high-quality, beautiful floors that can stand up to the toughest of applications. Our coatings are easily able to withstand heavy traffic, drop tools, and they're ridiculously easy to clean. We are dedicated to superior customer service, which doesn't just stop after the installation. We also provide you with an exclusive warranty on all of our floor coatings that gives you the peace of mind knowing that your stunning new floor is protected for life. Visit the website or call the number below for your new floor today.
We made USAA insurance for members like Kate, a former Army medic made of the flexibility to handle whatever Monday has in store and tackle 4 things at once. So when her car got hit, she didn't worry. She simply filed a claim on her USAA app and said,
"I've got this."
USAA insurance is made the way Kate needs it. Easy. She can even pick her payment plan, so it's easy on her budget and her life. USAA. What you're made of, we're made for.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Received a handful of really cool pictures coming from you guys of the current sky condition right now. And one viewer email actually said it kind of looked like someone had stuck a fork in the sky and raked through the clouds currently. This is kind of due to a combination of things, our winds right now and the temperatures in our upper atmosphere. Now, this happens usually further out to the west. It's a little more common out there, but for us, when that air is windy and it's kind of rippling, as it's rising, it's forming clouds, and then it dips a little bit and it's drier air, so there's no cloud there. It's dry. We see a space in the sky. It goes up again. It turns to a cloud, comes back down. We're dry again. That's kind of the basic formation for that rippling pattern. And again, we've seen a lot of really cool pictures coming in, so if you did have an opportunity to poke your head outside real quick and check out the sky, it's always fun every once in a while. We get things just a little windier and the clouds give us some nice pictures. Right now, our Doppler track overall pretty quiet, even with those clouds building in for us. Should stay quiet overnight. In fact, we'll start to clear up just a little bit. It's going to be chilly outside. Colder temperatures expected overnight and for tomorrow. Sunshine for the end of our work week, and by the weekend, we will not be talking about chilly temperatures. It will be mild with highs in the 60s. This is as a cold front is passing through. Really took its time today to drag across. You can see behind it now we have our winds coming from the west-northwest, and that's some cooler air building in for us. So those temperatures overnight will be dropping quite a bit, not just for tonight, but also as we look ahead to Wednesday night. Early in the day, Wednesday, temperatures will be close to 30, so dropping below freezing. Afternoon high temperatures will struggle to get to the upper 30s. For early Thursday morning, overnight low temperatures will be near 20, so we'll drop below average. It'll be a cool start to the day on Thursday. Afternoon highs with that sunshine climb up just a little bit more, likely getting closer to 40. So being a bit of a chilly stretch for the next few days before, again, we will hop back up to some more mild weather. Partly sunny skies for tomorrow. Breezy outside still. Wind speeds in that 10 to 20 mile per hour range, but it's nice that we're slowly backing off on those strong wind gusts. High temperatures will be close to 40, so it is going to be colder. Right now we're in the low 50s. We're going to drop back a little bit with that breeze still coming in from the northwest. You're likely just going to notice how cool it is outside, like we backed up a month or so with these temperatures. Partly sunny on Wednesday, mostly sunny for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Heading into the weekend, our temperatures will start to climb. Will be in the 60s by the weekend. Easter should be quite nice, partly sunny with highs in the upper 60s. And as we look ahead to next week, temperatures should continue to stay in that pretty mild trend, but we're likely going to see more rain chances building in. So some spring showers or some April showers building in for the start of the work week. Could see a few thunderstorm chances with those high temperatures popping up quite a bit early in the week.
Well, the weekend looks terrific.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
60s, yes.
Yeah, and those cloud pictures are really cool.
They are. They've been popping in through our tips email and the weather email, so people can send them to either place. It still comes to our inbox.
All right, thanks for sharing them. Thanks, Dana.
The promise of private space travel is coming closer to reality thanks to some well-known billionaires.
One company is selling seats for a new craft that could take passengers above the Earth next year, while another company is trying to get to Mars. Chris Martinez reports.
Virgin Galactic believes this brand new spacecraft will give paying customers a chance to be an astronaut.
It's tremendously exciting. It's been a long journey to get this far.
Sir Richard Branson is the billionaire behind the operation and says the VSS Imagine will have test flights this summer, including one that he will go on. This is the third version of the Virgin spacecraft. Previous flights were carried up aboard a mothership.
2, 1, release.
And then dropped back down to Earth. Future missions will head miles above the planet's surface and allow tourists to unbuckle and experience several minutes of weightlessness. The first launch could be next year, with tickets already selling for $250,000.
Our plan is to build a number of spaceships, and so we could maybe get up to sort of 400 or 500 flights a year. And then we will try to get it down to a price where as many people as possible are able to go up.
Branson isn't the only billionaire reaching for the stars. Amazon's Jeff Bezos tested his latest Blue Origin rocket in January, with hopes of one day taking tourists up.
So proud to work with such a great team.
And Tesla's Elon Musk has SpaceX. One of the company's experimental rockets blasted off on a cloudy Tuesday in Texas, exploding during the flight. It's designed to return to Earth, but a test earlier this month also ended in an explosion. Virgin spacecraft lands like an airplane. The company had its own crash in 2014 that killed one of the pilots. There have been many successful tests since then, and the company expects to give people an out-of-this-world experience and bring them back safely. Chris Martinez, CBS News, Los Angeles.
What do you think, Charlotte? Would you do it if you had the chance?
You know, I would wait for somebody else to go first.
I'll go first.
Okay, I'll go right behind you. Well, there is more to come on Live at 4. We love our pets, but sometimes they can get us sick. We'll show you how to prevent illness.
And then coming up tonight at 5, the pandemic has increased the need for addiction recovery support. We'll introduce you to a group on the front lines helping people suffering from addiction.
Are saying yes to Allegra, including the experts. It's the #1 allergist recommended brand for non-drowsy relief. Allegra works 2 times faster than Claritin, so you can get going first thing. It lasts up to 6 times longer than Benadryl, giving you relief through the late shift. And unlike Zyrtec, Allegra is non-drowsy for all your non-stop adventures. Join the millions saying yes to Allegra. And for kids, try Children's Allegra, the #1 allergist recommended non-drowsy brand.
That's not bacon. It's sausage.
Whoa.
Behold, Johnsonville sausage strips. Sausage that looks and cooks like bacon. It's a meaty miracle. Find them in the bacon section, even though they're sausage.
If this is a familiar sight, cloudy, foggy-looking windows or windows dripping with condensation, then it's time to upgrade your home with new Eco Sky windows exclusively from Mad City. Superior windows with sky mirror glass and built-in weather barriers. Minimize air leaks, reduce condensation, and provide a healthier environment for your family with several styles and colors to choose from. Hey, be sure to ask about our winter installation and take advantage of these savings during the 60-60-60 sale. 60% off installation, 60 months, 0 interest. Senior military and previous customer discounts, $60 Walmart gift card with purchase. Last chance to call during this program to get the free $100 Amazon gift card with your estimate. Call 608-338-1616. Let me give you that number again, 608-338-1616.
What does it mean to fight for what's right? To us, it means helping accident victims get their lives back to normal again. Habish, Habish, and Rotier, we fight for what's right.
Supply and demand will continue to be an issue when it comes to COVID vaccines, but an eligibility change is providing hope to families across the state.
We snuck in another mild day today, but high temperatures will drop back to around 40 degrees for the next couple of days. Milder weather arrives for the Easter weekend. My forecast at 5.
And ahead at 6, emergency rooms are now offering addiction recovery services as overdoses increase. We'll show you how it works tonight on News 3 Now at 6.
That's a live look this afternoon, downtown Milwaukee. That is a beautiful city.
Yeah, great place on a great lake, as they say.
Yeah, that's terrific. First Lady Jill Biden is getting her own biographical comic book, joining the likes of U.S. Vice President Kamala Harris, Mother Teresa, and country star Dolly Parton. They're all part of Tidal Wave Comics' Female Force series.
When are you going to get yours, Susan? The 69-year-old community college educator and author will be the subject of the 22-page Female Force Jill Biden, which will be released in print and digitally next week. A matching coloring book will also be released. In honor of Women's History Month, CBS News is speaking with female leaders in sports, politics, business, and entertainment.
Today, we're focusing on heroes in a different field, comic books. Vladimir Duthier visited New York City's Temple of All Things Nerdy, Midtown Comics, to learn about the obstacles that women in the comic book world have faced on and off the page.
Today, there's no question that heroic women and supergirls saved the world. But the origin story of the screen's mightiest heroines like Jean Grey and Okoye started nearly a century ago on the page.
When you see stuff like this, it brings back memories.
Wonder Woman, Mary Marvel, who was Captain Marvel's sister, and Sheena, Queen of the Jungle. There were great comics for girls and women in those days.
Her historian, Trina Robbins, has spent the last decades chronicling the overlooked women of the comic book world.
The early comics were in newspapers, and everyone read newspapers, men, women, and kids. So they were for everyone. Nell Brinkley did a strip in 1928 in which a woman fantasizes running for president, and women had just gotten the vote 8 years earlier. What happened in the 30s was comic books. It wasn't until comics appeared in comic books that it became a boys' club.
Are you saying that after Superman was seen in Action Comics, that sort of changed the game?
Yeah, everyone had a superhero, and the superheroes had girlfriends, and sometimes they had a female sidekick, but they were never the heroes themselves, with the exception of Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman! Yes, Wonder Woman. Amazonian warrior princess, first published in 1941 as a comic book run surpassed only by Batman and Superman. But even she couldn't break away from the widespread sexism of the industry.
Really, the women characters were just drawn as hypersexualized pinups with, giant breasts and the skimpiest imaginable costumes. There's this pose, the waist is twisted around so that you see the bust and the butt at the same time, which you'd have to have had your back broken and be dead, really, to look like that. There was no pushback. The book sold like mad to boys. Boys who couldn't get Penthouse. If you give girls comics they like to read, they'll read them.
I have an issue when it's like the woman is wearing a bathing suit and then the man is in full tactical gear. And it's like, but wait, aren't we fighting the same threat?
Ariel Johnson, owner of Philadelphia's Amalgam Comics, says she noticed a shift away from sexist depictions of female characters in the 1990s, embodied for her by the X-Men character Storm.
Before Storm, I used to read those stories and I felt like I was watching other people's adventures. But Storm is what made me start to put myself in the action. Like, man, I can be a part of this world too.
So how did female heroines make the leap from damsels of the Golden Age?
I don't believe it.
Believe it.
According to Robbins, it's thanks to an iconic Japanese import.
Sailor Moon. Everyone loved Sailor Moon. And it was about girls having adventures. And suddenly, girls and some women, including me, who had found nothing that they wanted to read, were finding comics to read.
I love those strong, warrior women, those fighters, because those are the women I came from. You know, I didn't come from damsels, you know. So to see fainting and things like that and being overwhelmed, that's not even real life. That's like, because the women that I know come hard.
There are more women drawing comics now, creating comics, than ever before. It's really beyond my wildest dreams.
I'm really excited with the direction that we're moving in, and I think we are going to get better stories for it.
Both of the amazing women we spoke to for this piece are part of Comic Her Story. Ariel is the first African-American woman to own a comic book shop on the East Coast, and Trina Robbins is the first woman ever to draw Wonder Woman in her own comic book. Vladimir Jutit, CBS News, New York.
Very cool, making progress. Well, we all know the benefits of owning a pet. They can actually improve your health.
But in some cases, they also make us sick. Consumer Reports has more on that when we come back.
You know your gutters are full of gunk, and you know you need to deal with it eventually. With LeafGuard, you can give up cleaning your gutters forever. Hi, I'm Andrew Larson, owner of Larson Home Services. My team would love to show you how LeafGuard's patented design channels rainwater into your gutters while leaves, seeds, and other debris just roll off, leaving them clog-free, guaranteed.
We looked at several different types of gutters, and we knew that we had problems with leaves. We have lots of trees around our house, and I'm the one who goes and cleans out the gutters, and I wanted to eliminate that hassle in the fall of cleaning the gutters, and LeafGuard has done a wonderful job.
Love to hear that. Right now, your LeafGuard brand gutter system comes with some great money-saving extras. Order now and save 75% on installation labor, get free financing for a year, and a $100 Visa gift card. Call to set up your free estimate today.
Erectile dysfunction for men of all ages has become much more common. In fact, most men don't realize that 90% of erectile dysfunction is a direct result of broken down old blood vessels. This causes a lack of blood flow that is critical when achieving an erection. With our state-of-the-art technology, we're able to stimulate new stem cell growth right in our office with no pills, no needles, no surgery, and no pain.
To book your consultation and get back to natural functionability, call Peak Performance for Men today.
Wisconsin is a home of workers. We know what needs to get done, and we do it. Yet, we've been hit hard, some harder than others. Our contact may be limited, but we still can lift each other up. Your local Wisconsin energy and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home. You may not ask for it, but we want you to know we're here to help.
Maintenance fee, ATM fee. Can I hide in your fort?
Sure, but the fort fee is 10 cookies.
Need a place to hide from fees? With a BMO Harris Smart Advantage account, you can get cash with nearly as many fee-free ATMs in the U.S. as the 3 largest banks combined, and no monthly maintenance fee.
Huh, did you hear that? No monthly maintenance fee.
Fort fees are subject to the governing bodies of the fort.
She did not learn that from me.
When a bank helps you make real financial progress, that's the BMO effect. And right now, get a $200 bonus when you open a new BMO Harris Smart Advantage account.
Every child, no matter their zip code, should have access to a great public education. As a former teacher and superintendent, I know what it takes. I've led schools to high student achievement, I've expanded preschool, and I've balanced budgets. My opponent can't be trusted. She's backed by Scott Walker, and she tried to cover up a $500,000 financial scandal. Our kids deserve better. I'm Jill Underly. As state superintendent, I'll always do what's best for our kids.
Drive home might be just a little breezy, but overall our road conditions do look pretty good right now as we look at the Beltline east and westbound. Not seeing any major hiccups in downtown Madison. Actually looks pretty smooth for this time of day. The interstate through Dane County and Rock County, north and southbound looks smooth, and downtown Janesville, again, no hiccups for us this evening. From Janesville to the Beltline, about 26 minutes, 16 minutes to get from Sauk City to Middleton, and Sun Prairie to downtown, a quick 9-minute drive this evening. That's a quick look at traffic.
Gets crowned for his chrome dome. The Duke of Cambridge is dubbed the world's sexiest bald man, according to the Sun tabloid, which includes data from cosmetic surgery specialist Longevita. Researchers say the 38-year-old William was called sexy nearly 18 million times online. A spokesperson for Longevita says William is among the, quote, Few bald public figures we can feast our eyes on. Okay, take it as you will. They can reduce our blood pressure, cholesterol levels, and manage feelings of loneliness and depression. We're talking about our pets.
But along with those benefits, some pets can carry harmful germs that can make us sick, even when the pet appears to be just fine.
Consumer Reports has some tips to help you and your furry family stay healthy. Chris Stanford reports.
2020 made backyard chickens an urban and suburban trend.
These three I got 2 years ago, and then the rest of them were all pandemic.
Memberships to the American Poultry Association rose in 2020 as cooped-in Americans started backyard flocks. But according to the CDC, those new flocks come with an explosion of salmonella outbreaks, not from eating the birds, but from handling them.
Bacteria can spread from live poultry via their feces. They walk in it, peck in it, and roll around in dirt. And it can get on their feathers and beaks. That's why the CDC advises against cuddling or kissing your pet poultry.
And it's not just feathered pets that can make you sick. Even animals that are healthy and well taken care of can carry germs like E. coli or salmonella. Keeping your animals' outdoor areas as tidy as possible can help reduce the amount of feces they track around. And remove your outdoor shoes before you come inside.
It's also important to keep your pets, especially cats that go in and out of a litter box, off your counters and tables. If that's not possible, at least clean those spaces before you prepare any food.
And your pet's food may also cause a risk, especially raw pet food, which can carry potentially harmful bacteria like listeria that can lead to vomiting and diarrhea. The best thing you can do to keep you and your pets healthy? Wash your hands. Anytime you've touched an animal, their food, or bowls, head to the sink for at least a 20-second scrub with soap and water. For Consumer Reports, I'm Chris Stanford.
Thank you, Chris. And remember, it's that time of year cats and dogs who spend time outside can pick up ticks.
There isn't a one-size-fits-all approach to protecting your pets from ticks, but we've got some tips from Consumer Reports on our website to help minimize the danger.
Don't kiss your pet poultry.
Yeah. Don't kiss your chickens.
That's the takeaway. We'll be right back.
Be a thriver with metastatic breast cancer means asking for what we want and need. And we need more time. So we want Kisqali. Living longer is possible and proven with Kisqali when taken with a non-steroidal aromatase inhibitor in premenopausal women with HR-positive, HER2-negative metastatic breast cancer. Kisqali is a pill that's significantly more effective at delaying disease progression versus a non-steroidal aromatase inhibitor alone. Kisqali can cause lung problems or an abnormal heartbeat, which can lead to death. It can cause serious skin reactions, liver problems, and low white blood cell counts that may result in severe infections. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including breathing problems, cough, chest pain, a change in your heartbeat, dizziness, yellowing of the skin or eyes, dark urine, tiredness, loss of appetite, abdomen pain, bleeding, bruising, fever, chills, or other symptoms of an infection, a severe or worsening rash, are or plan to become pregnant or breastfeeding. Avoid grapefruit during treatment. Kisqali is not approved for use with tamoxifen. Ask your doctor about living longer with Kisqali.
Habitat Dane County provides long-term stability through affordable home ownership, creating the spaces where learning grows, the places to rest, the spots to gather, the areas to play safely. Strengthen our community. Support Habitat Dane County.
Love lower than low prices? Then get more ways to save at Pick and Save, where you can find personalized coupons, weekly deals, and rewards like fuel points. All for prices that are lower than low. On food that's fresher than fresh. Pick and Save. Fresh for everyone.
Hey folks, Wednesday morning, we're taking you to a Madison area staple in the restaurant industry.
We'll show you how to make what's being voted the quarantini of choice for Wisconsinites. See you starting at 4:30 on News 3 Now this morning.
When it comes to weather, only one thing really matters: accuracy.
Only one station can be the best.
News 3 Now. First Warn Weather has the most accurate forecast, according to Weather Rate.
Count on First Warn Weather for your most accurate forecast.
Right now it is 52 in Madison under a cloudy sky. Some folks might be seeing a few pockets of sunshine. Otherwise, it is breezy for us. Wind speeds in the mid to upper teens for sustained wind speeds. Gusts have been creeping up just a little higher. As we take a live look right now over downtown Madison with our WIC TV sky cam, we've had some really interesting clouds come through thanks to this wind and the temperatures in the upper atmosphere. Lots of really cool photos coming in for us. We're going to stay windy and cool as we look ahead through the rest of the evening.
All right, thank you, Dana. Here's what's coming up tomorrow on Live at 4. Easter Seals Wisconsin is celebrating 95 years of service. We'll find out how they're continuing to help so many in our community.
Plus, Lisa Briggs from the Roost Company takes your gardening questions.
That's coming up tomorrow on Live at 4.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy a furnace. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase a furnace and an air conditioner at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
Here at TSR, we turn old, cracked garage floors like this into beautiful, tough floors like this in just one day. Hi, I'm Joey with TSR Concrete Coatings, and we design high-quality, beautiful floors that can stand up to the toughest of applications. Our coatings are easily able to withstand heavy traffic, drop tools, and they're ridiculously easy to clean. We are dedicated to superior customer service, which doesn't just stop after the installation. We also provide you with an exclusive warranty on all of our floor coatings that gives you the peace of mind knowing that your stunning new floor is protected for life. Visit the website or call the number below for your new floor today.
The time is right to do something nice for your home. Why not replace your gutters with LeafGuard, the only gutter system that has earned the Good Housekeeping seal of approval? Hi, I'm Andrew Larson, owner of Larson Home Services. LeafGuard's patented one-piece seamless design keeps leaves and debris out, which means no more clogs, guaranteed. LeafGuard carries a lifetime warranty, so your home's foundation will be protected forever, and our customers couldn't be happier.
They're the best. I don't have to worry about the gutters getting clogged up with the seeds, the branches, the dirt, the roof sheddings, and it's just one less worry for me.
And right now, save big on your new LeafGuard brand gutter system and get some incredible extras. Order now and save 75% on installation labor, get free financing for a year, and a $100 Visa gift card. Call to set up your free estimate today.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy a furnace. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase a furnace and an air conditioner at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
In today's Final Touch, turning broken skateboards into art and fashion.
That's what one Russian skateboarder is doing. Check this out. Cutting boards, lamps, earrings, and home decor, all of which started off as skateboards. Their striped design gives their origins away since it's something that runs through most skateboards. They're designed by a 29-year-old who started a company called Revive